What is up, guys? I hope you're all doing very well. Today we're going to be looking at my guitar collection, and I've only got about 7 or 8 guitars, but one of them has got a pretty cool story about how I came to own it. So I'm pretty excited to tell you guys about that. But we'll just go through my guitars in the order that they're on the rack. And for some reason I just like to have it like single coil and then humbuckers. I don't know why. That's just like my weird brain. So we'll start off with my Fender Mini, and I got this guy because I wanted something travel size that I didn't really need to worry about if it got like dinged and bashed up. And I actually received this in like a dodgy Macca's car park deal, and when I got it, it was black and I wanted it white, so I got my good friend Maddie to repaint it and install some Seymour Duncan everything strats, and they're basically just little humbuckers and they sound really cool. I also upgraded all the hardware to be black to contrast with the white, and overall I think it turned out really cool. I don't use this guitar as much anymore though, because my Strandberg kind of replaced it being travel size and everything, so still a cool guitar to have though. You will be familiar with this guitar if you've been on my channel a few years. This is the Telecaster that I kind of like put together out of bits and pieces from the internet, and I still love how this turned out. I think that body is like still just one of the best like wood finishes I've ever seen. I can't remember all the details and specs of this guitar. You can check them out in the tele build videos that I done. I do remember those are Seymour Duncan quarter pounders, and they're a very high output single coil. That there is a Callahan bridge which is starting to rust, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that considering I haven't had this guitar for very long. So someone let me know. And I also got a brass nut installed. I've never actually had one before, but I just thought I'd give it a crack, and it definitely brings out the twang in those open notes. Now this guy is one of the OGs. This is my Epiphone Les Paul standard, and he cops all the low tunings despite not having active pickups. All I've really changed on this guy is some of the hardware I've changed to black instead of off-white. And it's still got the original stock pickups that were in it, but I am thinking of changing them to something like more aimed towards metal. So this is the guitar that's got a really special story behind it. So this is a one-of-a-kind Gibson Les Paul Justin Derrico signature. So you may or may not have heard of Justin, but you will definitely have heard of the pop artist Pink. Well, Justin plays guitar for Pink, and he absolutely shreds faces off. And I actually won this guitar off Justin back in 2011, I think it was. He was touring Australia at the time, and he had a competition on where if you sent in an MP3 of you playing, they would choose a winner and you'd get to win this guitar, the Line 6 pedal that I showed in my gear video, and you'd also get the chance to jam on stage with him and his band. And I actually ended up winning, which was just surreal for me. I was like, I only just turned 18 at the time and was legally allowed to attend the gig, and Justin was my favorite guitar player at the time, so it was just an unreal experience, and I played the shit out of that guitar for years. You may not have seen this guy at all. I think I've used him for like one cover. Doesn't really suit what I do on this channel. However, the finish of this guitar is pretty dope. You guys know that I love the natural wood and the old kind of beat up look. So I had to get this guitar. If anything, I would definitely change out the pickups. I feel like they're a bit muddy, and also the old look is a bit overdone on them. But besides that, a pretty cool guitar. Next up we have Javier's signature 8-string from Animals as Leaders, and if you don't know who they are, go check them out, they will blow your mind. And this guitar I've wanted to show off on my channel for over a year now. It's just got a couple strings too many for my tiny hands and my tiny brain, but I think it's beautiful. Like, look at that finish. Damn boy. Check out that futuristic bridge, man. Like, what is going on there? I am not looking forward to restringing that thing. It's got some really nice pickups. They're very, very clear, especially with distortion, and it's also got that switch there that switches to single coil, and it sounds absolutely phenomenal in single coil as well. And this was actually also a present off my fiance, so yeah, I've got a bit of a keeper there. Okay guys, it's time for a little bit of a fun fact about me. So for the first 6 years of my guitar playing life, I was solely just an acoustic guitar player. I played nothing but fingerstyle, classical and jazz, and a little bit of country. It took me way too long to realize that electric was where my heart was, but yeah, I got there eventually, and that is why I still kind of suck at guitar, because I spent so long trying to get good at acoustic, and now I'm just not good at either of them. Last but not least, you guys should be familiar with this guy. This has become my main axe, and this is my Strandberg Bowden Prog 6, and I love this thing. It's travel size, it weighs roughly 2.6 kilos, it's got the Enduro neck, which supports people with RSI, and yeah, I haven't got a bad thing to say about it really, besides the price. If they were a little bit cheaper, I'd probably own a bajillion of these guys, and I definitely want to grow the Strandberg family, so there will be more to come when I get the money. I know there are a lot of people out there that don't really like the headless guitars, and I didn't really like them either when I first saw them, but it's really nice to not bang the headstock on everything every 2 seconds, and it obviously weighs a bit less because it doesn't have the weight of the headstock. Overall, it's probably my favoritist guitar I've ever had. So there you go guys, that's my humble little guitar collection. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it kind of useful. I've got some music coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you in my next video. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll see you there. Bye!